Hello, and welcome. I'm Nicole, your host. It is November 22nd of 2018. Okay. At any rate, I'm going to first do this video live for, sorry, the radio's on, the local Big Bear radio station's on in the background for anybody who wants to hear it. I like the randomness of the radio. At any rate, this video right here, I'm going to upload it live. Hopefully it's not going to scramble. If everything comes through well, I'm going to click converter and I'm going to move it over to Wake Up America channel. And then you guys over there will get to see it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk politics and I'm going to bake bread. I hope you guys enjoy. The radio's on the background. I may get a copyright, but hopefully because it's kind of like broken up. Well, I'll turn it down so that it doesn't interfere with coding. All right. We don't have the best lighting. We're going to put the old camera here. It's not the most, by the way. It's like the first time in many years that I don't have for people, and I really enjoyed that, which was nice. But no big cooking for large group. Oops, well that doesn't work. Okay, guys, I'm gonna try another spot for this camera. I did it this way earlier. Very sorry about that. Let me just see if I can give it a try. Whenever you want to have some marijuana baking it now, it is, a little bit. It's gonna have some marijuana. So it's gonna be a little unorthodox in that sense. And so, if you have children, and I'm sure there's gonna be like two people. Well, now we've got a sermon that these people are not gonna have. All right. I don't think I'm gonna do an apology video tonight. That's not my plan. So I'll change that. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so for anybody who has, potentially gotten lung damage, then it is actually good to smoke a little pot. I know that people get real funny about that pot smoke, but I'm going to tell you something. I have a friend who cures people of cancer with an oil she makes out of. She uses it as has people use it as suppository, quite frankly, because you don't get it doesn't cross the blood-brain barrier and cause the same, a lot higher if you get early. So that's why she does that. At any rate, so we're gonna do marijuana tonight, and oh look, I have a viewer. Hi. All right, so we're gonna roll ourselves a joint, and then we're gonna cook some bread. Feel free to type in at any time. Tell me if the recording's not working so well. And of course, I've washed my hands already. Now, the earlier recording, the recipe for the bread kind of, let me get a piece of paper rather, kind of broke up a little bit. And if all's well and the recording goes without, too many problems, I may even make some gingerbread hot cookies. So let's see how that goes. All right, so hope you had a great Thanksgiving, whoever you are. Mine was different today. It was a different one, but it was good. It was good. It was, my kids are getting older. So this Thanksgiving, they're at their dad's house. I did have a stalker leave flowers on my back porch, and I'm not kidding. That really did happen. A guy who I don't rather not speak his name or have anything to do with him went through my back fence and put flowers behind my bedroom door, but that's really not cool because you have to go through my gate, and I've already told him I don't belong on the property. But other than that, I had a guest for lunch, which was very nice, a very stimulating conversation. Got to bake a little dinner for some people on my street. Worked out very nicely, and it was actually really peaceful. That radio. If you could let how that the live recording is going. Can you hear and see me, or is it like super crazy fuzzy? All right. I have a set of aprons, by the way, and I plan on buying my son some aprons too, because I just love aprons. You know, you feel like you have a job when you have an apron on. It's easy to get in the mood of cooking, you know. So I have a little set of them, and you know, this puts me in a good mood. So, guys, I'm gonna light this up and go from there. This is not safe. Really do it on the stove, and since this is a proper not do that, we're gonna use like the fireplace maybe. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna use some matches. All right, can you guys able to type in? It looks like there's 3 people watching, which is real suspicious to me. Where'd you come from? Did you have a good Thanksgiving? I might even play some keyboard for you here while the bread's rising. We're gonna have fun. So, all right. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but the marijuana does have the ability. People do spontaneously heal from cancer with it. If you've exposed your body to any kind of something that you feel could damage it, it actually, for instance, like if you smoke it, it actually goes inside of your lungs. So if I was gonna go down into a smoggy area, I might smoke a little marijuana if I was gonna be breathing the air, because it goes inside of your lungs and it protects them a bit. That's the story anyway. It does actually have anti-cancer properties in there. But like I said, to me, it's like I don't smoke tobacco. And let's see. You know, so it wasn't for real long, and you know, really good. But it was the strangest thing. This time, it wasn't like a struggle to quit smoking. It was just a sudden. It was like it was interesting. It just went away, and I don't feel like doing it. But the hemp paper with you can get that zigzag. I won't put it on the screen, but it's like a zigzag hemp, organic hemp. A little marijuana, you're not going anywhere. It's actually pretty good for you. And another thing about marijuana that people don't realize is that the whole hippie generation that smoked marijuana, they have lower rates of Alzheimer's if they're predestined for it genetically. They get it later, like a later onset than they would have gotten, and it actually can prevent or delay the onset of Alzheimer's or dementia. And I had an aunt who developed a dementia. A real aunt I was really close to, and it was really kind of happened to my mother's side too. And so that's one of the reasons actually why when I don't have any responsibilities, I do and anybody who has that dementia or that Alzheimer's in their family, you should smoke a little bud, because it's going to delay. And I want to be around for my kids. I don't want my kids to have to be taking care of my ass, right? I'm sorry, excuse my language, but it's not appropriate, you know. I don't want them to have to be lugging me around. So, smoke a little. That's my dog out there. This one's a little. You guys are gonna like this. I just made that one. It's a little sloppy in this area right here, but what I did is I braided it and then I brought it around and tucked it back in. I thought that was kind of cute. Looks like a flower, you know? Yeah. All right. Pull that dog in real quick. Bunny, you want to come over? Does anybody want to see a wildebeest? I drink here. We named her Bunny because when she has to leave the kitchen, though, because I'm cooking. Out. I'll give her a treat out there in a minute. I've been feeding her all day long. She doesn't really need any more food, trust me. She's actually getting a little fat. That's what the vet said. They actually told me to cut back on carrots even. So the carrots were too fattening for her. Anyways, uh, fat dog. Oh, she ate carrots when she was a puppy. With my son's bunnies, he had baby bunnies, and she would sit on. We had a couch that wasn't for normal human use. So we'd line them up on there with a little blanket and sit with them. And she would come sit up there with the rabbits, and they would all chew carrots together. Her and the little baby rabbits, and so she still loves carrots. And her name is Bunny. She's actually pretty huge, pretty big. I joke because when she wags her tail, things fall over, and I call her Leviathan, because it had a tail like a cedar tree, from the Book of Job. And I always say it couldn't have been a people. People say, oh, it was probably a hippo that he saw, and I'm like, this little dinky tail, right? It's like this little ding ding ding. Yeah, I don't think it was a hippo. I don't think it was my dog either, but yeah. All right, so the previous, I had a good one too. So I'm glad. I'm glad. How did your dog sitting go? And Bartley had a little dog sitting gig, I think, too. Yeah. All right. All right. We're gonna pull off a 6-strand braid, by the way, with our dough. All right. Here we go. Hold on. I just have to pull up the recipe. All right. I know it calls for 8.5 cups of flour, so I'm just gonna go off memory, and it's just gonna work. So if you can get so I'm gonna go over the recipe with you as I remember it and make sure it's right, but I think it will be. As I recall, you have to excuse my dishes. I have a slightly disorganized kitchen right now, so I'm gonna kind of show the steps and lay it out here. These are leftover pieces of dough I have from my previous. We're gonna get this flour. So we're gonna start off with 8.5 cups of flour. Now this is just a regular, generic. You could buy at any grocery store kind. Anybody with me on the fact that Thanksgiving is one of our better holidays as Americans? I know that there's the whole Native American cannibalism, but all those pagan holidays have a little different, Thanksgiving, I don't know. I like Thanksgiving. I don't think it's very pagan. Well, clearly Christmas is. All right. So I'm looking for a measuring cup here. We're just going to pretend like you guys want to we'll actually rise the bread. My kitchen is kind of disorganized right now because I've been putting around here. So we're just going to do, which actually works out really well. My sons have taken some of my dishes throughout the backyard and the house for different various projects, and I'm missing measuring cups of different sizes. So, but I found through experimentation that usually these coffee cups, if you go there, that's a cup usually. Look, nobody wants to watch it anymore. All right. Well, good, because I'm gonna sip some wine now. Anybody love or like David Bowie? I personally really I've enjoyed David Bowie. Listened to him since I was really young. So I really started to get into Bowie heavily when I was like 15 years old. Their personality, that's two. So he started to get interested in David Bowie. I just kind of thought that was neat. He was like, and he checked out the Dark Star, the Black Star, that last one he did in the last year of his life. And so I was listening. With Bowie, it's pretty cool, but even my Hunky Dory album, which was one of my favorites, number 4. So we're going through this, and it's really interesting. But there's a few different things. For one, a dark star or a black star is scientific, all right, which is fascinating. And it's a theory. It's not like a fact. It's a scientific theory. And the theory is that instead of we always think the black hole, right? That just problem is the center of a black hole removes all the information. Okay, so as it's taking in all the light and bending time and space, folding as it goes into a black hole, the idea is that it would lose everything. The dark star, right? I mean, the dark star, the idea of the black star is that the identity can be lost in the same way. The loss of information wouldn't be the same. It's an interesting theory, and it kind of goes along with the theory. I think the video for up, so nobody's watching it.